So the starting lineups for the visiting San Diego City Knights. Victor Ariri, a 6'5 sophomore from Leaf Taylor High School in Houston. Legend Stamps, a 6'9 freshman from Etiwanda. And in the backcourt, they've got Nasham Carter, a 5'10 sophomore from El Cajon. Kai Huntsberry, another sophomore, 6'3 out of Placer High School in Auburn, California. And Dominic Hovas, another first-teamer. He and Huntsberry, first team, all conference in the Pacific Coast Athletic Conference. 6'1 freshman out of Torrey Pines High School. So he's out of Torrey Pines High School. What's up, Marini Pavlovich? Because I'm going to call her Marini Pavlovich.
Okay.
Marini Payne, there you go. Payne and Pavlovich, it's all the same. Los Angeles Valley, and the head coach for San Diego Mesa, is Mitch Charlins, assisted by Joe DeAmbro, Philip Scott, Tyrone Hopkins, and Darian McLean. And when you look at LA Valley starting lineups, and it's going to be small. It's going to be quick. Up front, Greg Chu Jr., a 6'6 sophomore from Taft High School in Woodland Hills. And in the backcourt, we've got Cody Knox, a sophomore from Calabasas, 6'3. Micah Cooper, the team's leading scorer at 18 points a game, 6'1 out of Vaughn International Studies Academy in Pacoima. Johnny Coleman II, 6'1 sophomore out of Santa Barbara. And John Martins, the Defensive Player of the Year in the Western State Conference South Division, 6'4 out of Minnetonka, Minnesota. And we're ready for some action here.
You know, you look at Dominic out there. Ryan can see he had his shirt off. Ryan finally got to see what I looked like at 35. Young, beautiful, physique.
We've seen those pictures. You was young.
I was young. Once.
Crew chief Eddie Shannon will toss the ball up at midcourt. San Diego City in their red with the gray and white trim. And the tap controlled by the Monarchs in their white and green and gold trim. And here we have them in the front court. 2 20-minute halves here. Martins on the right wing, guarded by Legend Stamps. And there is Knox. Knox has it now to Johnny Coleman II, the team leading assist man. He's working on Legend Stamps, gets that cut and a foul on the ground. First team, first personal by Legend Stamps. Eddie Shannon, the crew chief, joined by Ted Tobias and Ronald Warren, the officials on the floor.
And you watch the footwork all of a sudden here on the game today. So we'll see what's happening.
And there's a three by Huntsberry. That short rebound high up in the air by Cody Knox. Knox now wears number 4, guarded by Hovas. You'll see a strict man-to-man diet on defense from the Knights. There's a 3, and that's no good by Cooper. And the rebound goes to Hovas, who had 22 against Fullerton in their win. And there's a pull-up 3 from Ariri. He front rims it. That's the second rebound for Knox.
And you look in this game so far, and it's one and done for both these teams out here. There's got to be a little more consistency on the floor so far.
Rebound by Martins, kicks out. There's Cooper, and there's an offensive foul underneath.
And Ryan, it really comes down to the footwork that we've seen defensively so far, and I think everybody's just a little over-anxious in this game to get the ball through the hoop.
A little over-anxious, and then also a lot of ball watching to start as well for both of these two sides.
Huntsberry, cross, looking for the back door. Good cutoff defense. And that man-to-man defense is stifling for the Monarchs in their first couple possessions against the Knights. And here's another full court press. 18-27 just started here in this playoff matchup. This is the CCCAA basketball playoffs. This is a chance to get to the 8, whatever you want to call it, the remaining 8, the standing 8, that other 8, and the other 8. 8 teams will remain after today. 4 from the south, 4 from the north. 4-0, Monarchs lead. Good bucket by Martins. Defense employed, man-to-man. Hovas, a quick lefty out there. He spins. Guarded by Knox. Right-handed put up in the lane is good. By Dominic Hovas, the first-team PCAC performer. Gets the lead, cuts the lead to 2. Here's Knox. Oh, that's Coleman the second. Another offensive foul by the Monarchs. One by Cooper. This one by for Coleman. Coleman the second.
And again, you get there foot-wise. You beat somebody to a spot. You get your body in front of them, and you will see out there on the floor, this San Diego City team is extremely quick defensively. Corey, they switch very fast amongst each other and calling out. So far, they have the foot speed to match up against LA Valley.
So Isaac Davis in the front court, second team all-conference. There's Carter. Drives on the lane against Coleman the second and stolen by Cooper. Up ahead is Knox, ahead of the pack, over Hovas for 2. So Cody Knox with his first bucket. John Martins has the other 4. 6-2 the score, 17 minutes to play first half. A nice crowd here in the South Gym. Hovas drives, pushes off a little. Another runner in the lane. That falls short. First rebound by Cooper. Slows it up. Knox thought about the 3. Now he takes it. Only red shirts underneath Hovas with his first rebound. Here's Davis. He led the team in assists. Bumps down low. Legend stamps. Nice little jump hook for 2 by the Legend. His first 2. 6-4 is your score. And you notice, Mark, how quickly, and Ryan, how quickly the ball gets up the floor. And there's a steal up front by Davis. He's working one-on-one against Martins. Misses the layup. Last touch by Coleman the second.
And you saw Davis change the direction because he thought the defender was going to there. He went into the defender trying to draw the foul. And I'm going to go back, Ryan, to say, when you've got a layup, take the layup. Don't look for the foul.
Or not even take the layup, but also something that we rarely see now, the jump stop in the lane. Get that guy in the air and then go up strong. Force yourself to the free throw line.
C.J. Sears checks in. He's guarding Huntsberry on the right side. And that is for the Monarchs. Jalen Fleming checks in for the Knights. Here's Huntsberry on the right side. Working against the smaller Sears. Good defense. Moving their feet. With 8 seconds on the shot clock, Hovas has it. He drives against Knox. Gets him up, goes under, rims out. Rebound by Stamps. Air balls from 2. And the rebound goes to Greg Chu Jr.
San Diego now 2 of 7 on the floor early in this game.
And there is another offensive foul. That's the second by Micah Cooper. Second for Micah Cooper in this game.
Third as a team.
Third as a team because Martin Coleman the second has the other. That's big trouble. He averages 18 points a game, and we're sitting at 15-39 to play in this first half.
And I look at that and put that in the turnover category, guys. I mean, that's already what we saw them do against Fullerton College.
So reset in one moment. The Knights, Huntsberry inbounds. Fleming wearing number 2 in red. Number 3 in red is Davis. Into the first time is Drew Cisse, number 23, setting the double high screen with Victor Arire, number 1. Huntsberry hands to Fleming. 6-4 is your score. Again, a man-to-man. Good down screen by Fleming. Huntsberry drives, gets trapped by 3. 7 on the shot clock. Ariri with a quick 3. That's no good. Over the backboard, out of play with 15-10 to play in the first half.
And so far, San Diego City is now 2 of 9 from the floor, Corey. Sitting there at 4 points. They're only trailing by 2 in this game.
And here Sears has it poked away, regains it, got away with a travel as it was bobbling up and down. Down low to Chu Jr. and back up top. Around the perimeter, we'll set that defense. And it goes back to McIntyre, who's in the lane. That should be a block, and it is a block on Drew Cisse. His first personal. Team second. On the shot or on the ground, what do they say?
Drew Cisse, first personal.
So that's going to be on the shot. So John Martins, the first team all-conference, defensive player of the year, heads to the line for 2. Martins on the season. 61% from the charity stripe, 9 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists.
First free throws of the game in this game right here. And you really watch it so far. You've watched the San Diego City team try to go down low in the lane. LA Valley chokes them off every opportunity as he knocks down that free throw. And Corey, on the other thing, you see LA Valley go out in the wings and only go down the lane when the wings allow the middle to get opened up. And then they take advantage of spreading the defense against San Diego City.
That they do. Number 15 in white is Jonas Holt, who checks into the ball game for the first time. And yeah, you like the defense on both sides, and we miss defense. Us old folks miss watching people play defense. Both free throws are good. It is now 8-4 Monarchs. 14:47 to play in this first half. Huntsberry, Davis, down low to Carter. In the lane, there's a good shot by Nasham Carter, his first 2. 5'10", sophomore out of El Cajon.
Love that 4-footer instead of that 34-footer that you just opened for.
Ryan Osborn, you see the pull-up by Sears, left it long from 6, and a high rebound to Huntsberry. Huntsberry driving, works on Knox. Pretty left-handed layup, but can't get the bucket. Too much English. Rebound Fleming. Comes out of the pack to reset the offense. And Ryan, when you have a moment, what are you noticing out there on the offensive side for both squads? There's a 3 by Carter. He gets that one, and they have their first lead of the ball game at 9-8.
The biggest thing for LA Valley is they're trying to get the ball up the floor as quickly as possible. If they get to the free throw line in less than 2 passes, they're going to take a shot. On the other side for San Diego City, it's all about kicking it out once you get into the lane.
San Diego City misses, or excuse me, LA Valley misses another, and there's a loose ball foul on the man who just made the 3, Nasham Carter, and that's his first personal.
And when you look at these two teams, I think the thing that I like about San Diego City is they do go down in, and what you see is they give up that 3-point shot unless it's just the necessity early in this game against LA Valley.
That 3 by Carter was the first 3 of the game. The 4th attempt by both squads. And Mark, we watched a professional game last night where the first half they shot 2 of 20. Nice throw underneath. And Martins could not convert, as that's the second personal foul on Drew Cisse.
And can I tell you, I don't like the call for the simple reason because he didn't make the basket. The foul was called. Yes, was he fouled? But they didn't call it when he was shooting, Corey, when it didn't go in. Then the official blew it because it was one of those, oh, you should make a 1-footer.
Yeah, I don't like the late whistle because it was late. I like to, if it's a foul, it's a foul immediately.
Right.
Legend Stamps comes in for Cisse with 2 fouls. Martins misses the first free throw after he connected on his first 2. And now he's 3 of 4 and ties the game at 9. 13:31 to play first half. Good crowd here. Good drive out to LA Valley this afternoon. Fleming down low, turnover stolen by Knox. Coleman the second. Here's Holt. Good look, left it short. Fleming ahead. An excellent transition defense by the Monarchs. Huntsberry drives and triple team and throws it back out to Davis. Davis cut off, now double teamed in the corner. Huntsberry bounce pass. Fleming for a left-handed 3. That's pretty. Jalen Fleming from 3.
Great ball movement. Let's just go back there. Ryan, I think 8 players touched it, and there's only 5 players on the floor.
12-9 is your score. Second lead change tonight. In the corner, another good ball movement. This time it's short by Knox. And here's Fleming with his second rebound of the game. In the lane, puts it up, and he's fouled on the shot. And was he fouled from behind? That would be Leandre McIntyre. And they did get Leandre McIntyre from behind, and that'll be Jalen Fleming. They call that on the ground. Or excuse me, they called a charge.
Yeah, an offensive foul because he ends up lowering his shoulder into the defender who had previously had position.
Okay, so it's not on McIntyre. It is on Fleming, his first personal. 12-9 is your score with 12-12 to play in the first half. Real reset. Coleman the second with the ball. McIntyre, Holt, Micah Cooper is back into the ball game with 2 personal fouls, and there's John Martins with the ball. The lefty has it, works on Hovas, slips at the sweet spot, and here's Davis. Bounce pass, up and under and good, and a block, and a 3-point opportunity coming for Kai Huntsberry.
Watch the way they run the floor, Ryan Osborn. You've got people looking people off, but yet the person without the ball is driving to the basket. You've got to appreciate that.
Well, myself from a hockey background, Mark, this looks a lot like 3-on-2s, 2-on-1s that you'll see. You'll sneak a guy backdoor. Even though he doesn't have the ball, he's still spacing out the floor and presenting a second option. So the ball handler, every time he gets into the lane, is able to make the defender commit before he gets that pass off. Then the defender is out of position, and it's an easier layup.
And you saw why Isaac Davis led his team in assists with 6 in the game on the season, and a 3-point play by Huntsberry. 15-9 is your score. San Diego City with the lead. Cooper, who averages 18. Holt around the perimeter. Here's Greg Chu Jr., and that's a good bucket by the big man. 15-11. And quickly up the floor. You talk about pressure, guys. I know Toots Maytall had a song, a Riri for 3, that's short. Had a song called Pressure Drop. And that's what we have here is 2 teams applying the pressure. That layup is no good. You got to do better if you're a Monarch fan. You say into Coleman the second, and here's Huntsberry up the left side. Davis now yelling out instructions against a man-to-man. There's a high screen, and that is the second personal on Legend Stamps.
So, I've got to ask you, Corey, because both these teams are very quick on the floor. Is there sometimes teams just get too fast while they're playing?
Sometimes they do, yeah. I mean, you can get too fast, and that's where the turnovers come in. San Diego Mesa forced Fullerton too fast. They forced LA Southwest into 23 turnovers too fast, so they got them to play too fast. That layup last time by Coleman the second, you got to have more concentration and slow it down a little bit. Down low, up, Chu, no. And rebound by Huntsberry. And Ryan, here's the thing you like for San Diego City. There's a 3, and that is good by Dominic Hovas. He's got 5 points.
My twin out there.
18-11 is your score. Mitch Charlins yelling out directions to his squad. Trap at half court. Down low. McIntyre misses the dunk. Rebound by Cooper. He misses the putback. And here comes San Diego City. Davis has it taken away. Cooper all the way, and he throws it down. Micah Cooper with his first 2. 18-13. We're about to say, Ryan, hesitation time for LA Valley because you don't want San Diego City to get big enough lead. Huntsberry, 9:52 to play, first half. Cross-court pass to Ariri, working on Jonas Holt. There's another 3, same spot, same result for Dominic Hovas, who didn't shoot well against Fullerton, but led the team in scoring, and he's got 8 points.
Yeah, and I agree with you, Corey. I think LA Valley needs to stay within striking distance in this game.
And there's a counter 3 that's missed, but there's a rebound. Cutting through the lane is McIntyre. He misses another layup, but there's a rebound by Chu Jr. Gets it blocked from behind. 21-13 your score, under 9 approaching.
Guys, I really thought this game might at this stage of the game slow down just a breath, but I tell you what, the pace is fun to watch.
Same spot again, 3 for 3 for Dominic Hovas. He's got 11 points. And that's just a breakdown defensively. You're talking about a guy who could have been the player of the year in his conference. On the season, he leads the team with, leads the team with 13.8. We'll give him 14 points a game. He was almost there. 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Cooper, he countered it, and he's got a 3. 24-16 your score. 8:25 to play. Hovas, he's feeling it. That's a happy shot, and he's happy. So happy.
Did you see it bounce around, give it that little, oh, I'll touch every part of the rim just to make you smile?
27-16 turnover. Hovas underneath with the right, and here's the run. 29-16. 8 minutes to play. Cooper with the ball. With Coleman the second, number 10. Shu Jr., number 20, on the right side, sets the screen. Cooper, he misses long, but there's a rebound and loose ball foul on the smaller man. Into the ball game the first time is Darian Norwood.
So right now, Corey, San Diego is 11 of 20 from the floor, 55%. LA Valley, 6 of 20, 30% of the floor. 6 of 10 from three-point country for San Diego City, 1 of 6 for LA Valley. Of course, San Diego City's only gone to the line once in this game. And when you look at the rebound battle, guys, it's 9 defensive rebounds for San Diego City, 4 for LA Valley.
First of the 1-and-1 is good by Chu Jr. He averages 15 and 8, almost a block a game. Coleman the second, wearing number 10 out there. Ivan Chimrinko now in the first, for the first time for LA Valley, number 14. 5 is Cooper. 2 for 2 from the line is Chu Jr. Cody Knox is 4, and we've got a timeout on the floor taken by the Monarchs with 7:54 to play in the first half. It's 29-18. San Diego City on LA Valley.
You know, we drove up here today. Let's see, we took the 405 to the 110, back to the 101, down Woodland Avenue, turned around the corner, couldn't find a restaurant, and Corey and Neyland just didn't know what to do. You know what? It'd have been a much nicer ride if we'd have stopped at Miller Toyota of Anaheim before we headed up here and got a brand new Toyota from Miller Toyota of Anaheim and rode up here. Don't forget, Miller Toyota of Anaheim is a proud sponsor of high school sports, community college sports, but most of all, education. That's Miller Toyota of Anaheim.
And we're going to get another one on the next timeout, Mark.
What? We're going to get another Toyota so you learn how to get home?
Yeah, because you got to get home somehow. Hovas, there's Iriri with the ball. Using the left side, has it poked away and stolen out of the timeout by Cooper. And then commits a reach-in foul, and that's going to send the Monarchs to the line for one-on-one.
Ryan, I got to ask you, how many times when players make silly offensive plays do they turn around and come back and make even that sillier defensive attack?
Well, it's all about recklessness. Whenever you end up making that type of error, you think to yourself, oh, well, I've got to make up for it. You go down to the other end and you play sloppy because you're trying to make that big play to make up for the error.
Cooper, the 6'1 sophomore, to go along with 18 points, 2 steals, 2 assists, and 6.5 rebounds. Misses the second. It is now 29-19. 7:30 to play. Dominic Hovas has 16 of the 29 points for San Diego City. Deshaun Carter back in the ball game. Jalen Fleming, who has the ball, has 1 3. He's working against Chimrico. Ariri, he takes the 3. That's long. He's 0 for 3 from the field. Rebound by Knox up high. That's number 4. Here's Coleman the second. Looks left. There's a drive. Kick out by Chimrico for open. Knox is long. Back up top. Cooper takes the 3 from the same spot. He's short. Chimrico puts it up with the left hand, and he's good.
So give Chimrico and Greg Chu an assist, even though they wouldn't get it because Chu kept that play alive for LA Valley, and then Chimrico gets the right position and uses his height to get that basket in there.
29-21 is your score. LA Valley staying in there. And one day I'm going to get a real phone as they come up with Carter with 8 seconds on the shot clock. In red, going right to left, Knox. Good defense against Hovas, and Hovas left it short. 6:17 play in this first half. Mitch Charlin's not happy with that shot selection. There's a foul by Carter. No call. Up and down is Greg Chu, a junior. He's got 6.
Corey, I thought that was a good block. Honestly, not a foul. I thought he got ball. I thought he got top of the ball.
So no foul call, 29-25. Jalen Fleming working on a 2-man underneath. Davis, nice left-handed pass underneath. Good hands by Hovas. Good, better defense by the Monarchs with 6. There's 5. Hovas, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. That's a 3, 32-23. So it's 32-23. I had 32-25. There's Hovas again. He's blocked that time by Knox. 5:20 to play first half. Davis no look in the corner. Carter working against Coleman. That's offensive.
So, Corey, I've got to ask you, because I watch Isaac Davis out there. I think he gets a really fast, quick step going to the basket, but he's always looking to pass the ball. I'm a little surprised that when he gets that first step, he doesn't look to put the ball up. I don't know. Am I missing something here?
He's a point guard, Mark. He averages 7 assists a game. He's a pass-first point guard looking to get his team involved.
So he's not going to look for the shot then?
Not unless he has it.
Okay.
Pressure applied. They trap in the corner. Sears breaks it easily. Chimrinko for 3. He steps into it and buckets. 32-26. Quick first half here from South Gym and LA Valley campus. Monarch basketball on sportsnetusa.net. The CCCAA, 3C2A, however you want to say it. It's playoff time here. These guys are looking to get to the 8. The standing 8. 4 from the north, 4 from the south. Fleming in the lane. Down low, reverse layup, no good. Gets his own rebound is Darian Norwood. And he muscles up for 2, got fouled. Head to the line for 3.
So we look so far from the floor. San Diego City 12 of 24, LA Valley 9 of 27. The only team really shooting from three-point country, that's San Diego City 7 of 12 from the floor. An exciting first and very fast first half here at LA Valley.
It's what we expected, both teams, as Norwood into the ball game. At the line, sophomore from Spring Valley, Mount Miguel High School. 3-point play the hard way as Davis checks out and Micaiah Morris checks in. 35-26.
San Diego City's only gone to the charity stripe twice in this game.
There's Knox down low. And Martins has it slip out of his own hands and then commits a foul. Underneath, Ryan, we've seen LA Valley miss 5 shots underneath.
And it's a matter of you have to be able to convert on those easy shots, those layups. Even a dunk that we saw earlier as well. Those are points that you can't afford to leave on the floor, especially after that big run from San Diego City.
Yeah, LA Valley shooting 28%, Mark, like you said, thus far. 55% for the Knights. That's the difference in the game. They've got a 9-point lead with 4 minutes to play and the ball. Huntsberry working against Sears. Crosses over. Again, Norwood 1 at the 3. The rim don't like it. 5 rebounds for Knox. Chimrinko wants his second 3. Got it.
He's got that spot right there, and I'm going to run the spot, throw me the ball, and I'm going to knock it down. You guys have played the game enough to know that you get a feeling like that in the game. Keep throwing the man the ball until he misses it.
Huntsberry working on Cooper. Cooper has 2 fouls. Here's Fleming. He's got 3 points. Morris in the corner. No, he keeps it. Back out to Michael Garcia. Huntsberry with 8. Working with the left. Gets by Cooper. In the lane. Over. Knox. Bricked it. C.J. Sears with the carom. Bishop Alameda High School product to Knox. Kick out to Cooper. He drives on Morris. Pull up. Mid-range. 35-31. Quickly up the other way is Garcia. 3:01 to play, 4-point game.
Isaac Davis getting ready to come back in. Corey, they're missing that point guard offensively and defensively for San Diego City.
Here's Fleming. Fleming working, and it's a 2-3 zone that the Monarchs are employing. Underneath, and there's a foul. Martin said he got him. Knox said he got him. No foul, but Huntsbury's on the floor.
And Ryan, I'm going to take it back to you too. Isaac Davis sits out, and you can see, like Corey said, he's a pass-first point guard. I'd like to see him shoot more. But you saw the offense all of a sudden get a little discombobulated, and the defense just doesn't have the foot speed to cover LA Valley with him on the bench.
Yeah, and one of the biggest things that you're noticing, too, from LA Valley is, Mark, they're not afraid to settle for mid-range jumpers, something that you're not seeing at the college level at all recently. Guys who step in from the three-point line and take that mid-range, too.
Yeah, and I like anybody who'll step up from 12 feet and knock it down. Sort of reminds me of those great point guards we used to see at Vanguard University.
Now, see, here's the thing about Mark. The first free throw is good, and other guys. They want to see a point guard distribute the ball. You're a point guard, you pass first. But then when they pass first and look for the other guy, well, we want them to shoot more.
You got to shoot though once in a while.
You don't have to shoot every once in a while. You shoot when you're underneath the basket, but if you can distribute all game long, that's what you do. First free throw is made, giving a 36-31 lead. Second free throw by the first teamer is missed. And that's going to infuriate a coach when an offensive rebound on a missed free throw, but there's a turnover, and a bounce pass, and a bucket.
And a nice bounce pass by Davis, who Corey just praised as that distributor.
Yeah, because you distribute, because he could have pulled up and taken that open three, but he distributes and gets a better bucket from Huntsbury. Here's Chimrico, thrives. Out. Three by McIntyre is good. Leandre, who was a first-team all-conference, connects on a three. So it's 38-34 your score. 2 minutes to play first half. Huntsbury, Carter, Fleming, Hovas, and Davis on the floor in red for the Knights. And they are playing that 2-3. They're trying to match up out of it. And there's Hovas. Misses from the near side. He's got 4 threes from the right side, the far side, almost another steal. Out of bounds, no, saved by San Diego City. That's Huntsbury on the ground. No change of possession. Chimrico drives, almost traveled, gets it back out to Sears. The Knight bench want to travel. Greg Chu Jr. has it and sets the high screen for C.J. Sears. Sears in the lane, over Fleming, connects, no, front rimmed it. And comes up with the steal, no. Carter on the floor, Sears on the floor. Timeout called, Knights get it. So a timeout on the floor with 1:11 to play. Knights have a 4-point lead, 38-34. Here on LA Valley Monarch Basketball, the CCCAA playoffs on SportsNetUSA.net. Mark?
Tell you what, if you could drive a car the way Isaac Davis drives down the floor, you'd be buying your car from Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Or if you had to sit in traffic and stop and pop the way Dominique does for the San Diego City team, well, you'd be buying that Toyota from Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Why? For the simple reason. You're looking for the best deal, the best car, the best money you can spend on a brand new Toyota, where there's no better place to go than Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Miller Toyota of Anaheim is a proud sponsor of community college sports, high school sports, but most of all, education. That's Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Corey, I'm surprised Dominique's got 19 points already in this first half.
19 of their 38. They're shooting 46%. That's come down. But LA Valley's increased their shot-making ability. They're now shooting 37%, only down by 4. As they stay in that zone, out of the timeout with Davis. Huntsbury with the ball. Hovas down low. Arrere sets the screen. And Carter round out the 5 out of the timeout. Huntsbury double-teamed in the corner on the left block. Here's Arrere. Davis goes between his legs. Spin move. Wants to kick out to Hovas. That's his spot. That's not good. Rebound Greg True Jr. There's a loose ball foul on Carter, trying to come away with it.
Every once in a while, Ryan, I got to ask you, it looks like San Diego City just really sets up their defense just a little late on the floor.
Yeah, and I think it also kind of goes back to their transition.
I mean, their offense, I'm sorry.
It goes back to their transition game. You saw them have a lot of success going up the floor whenever they were free-flowing. But then all of a sudden, once Hovas started hitting those threes, then you saw them kind of cater to it. They ended up looking at Hovas in the far corner and saying, you know what, we're going to get it to you and see if you can make it again.
Greg Chu Jr. makes the first. Drew Cisse checks into the ball game for the Knights. Out goes Nasham Carter.
And once that goes away, now all of a sudden you're out of rhythm and you can't figure out another way to manufacture offense.
Well, I tell you what, we've had an entertaining first half of 42 seconds to go. Guys, I think we definitely got our money's worth. Oh, we didn't pay anything, did we? Okay, well, we did.
Greg connects on the free throws. He's got 10 points, 38-36 with 35 seconds to play. Knights up with the ball. Looking for Cisse down low, back up top. Hovas Huntsbury. Valley goes back to a man-to-man. Missed the three. McIntyre can settle for the last shot with 20 seconds. Coleman the second gets across half court. They're not saving for the last shot. Alley-oop bucket to McIntyre, foul, and he'll head back to the line. Tied up at 38, 14 seconds to play. Has a chance to put them in the lead for the fourth lead change in this first half of play.
You talk about strategy there, Corey. You just mentioned it. They had an opportunity to hold for that last shot. Instead, they see an opportunity to get it to, send it out there and get it.
And he converts. He's got 6 points, 39-38, and the lead for LA Valley. Huntsbury, Ariri. Davis drives all the way across to Hovas. Huntsbury with 2 seconds. And he drives, no call at the buzzer. Huntsbury connects. So at the half, we believe it is 40-39, San Diego City. And there was no foul. San Diego City wants a flopping cow. LA Valley wants a charge. Huntsbury says, let's just take the bucket. Go into the lead with the fifth lead change of the game, 40-39.
I tell you what, you look at this first half. Assessment, guys, I'm going to throw it to all three of you before Corey walks away for a second and Ryan and I jabber. Corey, assessment before you go off the air. Well, there goes Corey Neyland. He's gone already, so I didn't even get his assessment. So, Ryan, I'm going to let you take that front seat. I know we all thought this was going to be a very good basketball team back and forth. Yeah, you and I like San Diego City. Gabby Neyland likes San Diego City. Corey Neyland took LA Valley, but we didn't see any disparity from any team out here.
And about ready to start the second half of play, and San Diego City 40, LA Valley 39. This is Monarch Basketball on SportsNetUSA.net, the CCCAA playoffs. Other playoff games in the SoCal area, Santiago Canyon versus Cerritos. Cerritos, the Falcons have a tough road ahead if they want to get into the 8 against Santiago Canyon. Riverside and Santa Monica. Riverside could be the second team from the OEC to get into that 8 remaining. And Allen Hancock versus East LA. You know I had East LA, and we had East LA in the Final Four already, in the final game already. They're playing Allen Hancock, and this game here are the teams vying to get to the next step.
SportsNetUSA.net and Ed Ford are over to East LA. So, Ed, we like to find out what the score of that game is. You get a chance?
Somebody text Ed to see the score and text him back.
He won't text us back because he'll think, oh, now what's wrong?
Oh,
what problem
that's
these guys
true.
having now?
Halftime, San Diego City with the ball in red, moving left to right. Ariri. Davis now. Hovas, Stamps, and Huntsbury, the 5 on the floor. Ariri in the corner. There's Davis. Hovas, who had 4 threes in the first half of play, drives on Martins. Kicks it back out to Stamps from 18, and no good. Rebound tipped out of there. Back to Davis to reset. Isaac has the ball on the left side. Skip pass over to Huntsbury. He's guarded by Micah Cooper, who had 2 quick fouls. Ariri raises for 3, in and out, no good. Here's Cooper, who was quiet in the first half of play. For him, he had 8 points, but it was a quiet 8. He averages 18. And here's Chu Jr. to Cooper. Coleman the second, Knox, and Martins on the floor in white. Knox has 6 rebounds. Laid up and in is Chu, and a nice give and go. 41-40. There's Huntsberry, wild and out of control. Good no call by the officials. They've called a very good game here. Here's Chu all the way on the right side. And 4 quick points for the Monarchs, 43-40. Greg Chu has those 4 quick ones. Isaac working on him, and he does get a bucket. And there is Isaac Davis, his first 2 of the game, 43-42.
I like to see that penetration, Lavin, go down low against a man his own size. I think he could beat him.
Greg Chu Jr., very versatile on the floor for the Monarchs. Here's Martins, almost had it poked away. Coleman the second. Shifty and quick out there on the sweet spot. He drives, almost stolen. And Martin's underneath, puts it up, no good, but he's fouled by Stamps. That's foul number 3. Martins will head to the line for 2.
Yeah, it was traveling. Corey, just quick scores. Allen Hancock is ahead of East LA, 33-26. That's going on right now. Santiago Canyon up by 12 over Cerritos in their game. That started the second half. Yuba up by 21 over the Sequoias. That's in the second half. Santa Rosa up by 1 against Columbia. Riverside up by 6 over Santa Monica. Some of the other scores going on tonight here in the CCCAA. I'm gonna book a ticket on that train that he just took there. I think he traveled to San Francisco on that spin move.
Martins now with 7 points and a 3-point lead, 45-42 for the Monarchs. Davis, and there's a zone, 2-3 employed. Ariri drives on Coleman the second, forces one up after triple team, left it short. Rebound is gotten by Chu Jr. Chu now has 7 rebounds in the game. Pull up for Knox. That's money. He's got 4. And it's now 47-42 Monarchs. There's never any panic from a Mitch Carlin's coach team, and there's a foul underneath by Greg Chu Jr. on Legend Stamps.
And I think if you're San Diego City, you're finally saying, hey, I got a call on the floor, because we've seen some questionable calls, at least as far as they're concerned. LA Valley shooting 44%, San Diego City shooting 42% in this game. Correction, no foul.
So they don't call. So what was the call?
That's what I'm trying to figure, because they just said correction, no foul.
And there, it's almost a turnover. Hovas chases it down. He's working against Chu Jr. Up with the right hand, is very versatile. Ambidextrous player out there. Coleman the second, drives all the way, push off, down low. Chu misses the dunk. And Ariri. And I like the no call there. He didn't extend his chicken wing all the way out, just a little bit to create some space. Corner. Davis for 3, rotation splash.
My man's warming up.
(47-45). Monarchs with the lead. 16:47, second half of play. Knox turn and face for 3. That's short. Rebound. Here's Martins. Chu. Left hand on Davis, spins in the lane, left-handed, no good, and there's another missed layup by LA Valley. Rebound pushed. In the front court is Huntsberry. Ariri. He's working on Chu, as now Davis has it. Skip pass, nice screen by Stamps, 3 by Ariri, no good. Rebound faces and gets his own rebound. And they're going to get a foul on Cody Knox with the trip. So 47-45 your score as Nasham Carter, number 5, checks in for San Diego City. Greg Chu out, CJ Sears in. Johnny Coleman the second out, and Leandre McIntyre in.
And Corey, I'm going to go back to what I said about LA Valley, what they did last week at the charity stripe. They're 11 of 13 from the free throws. Once again, give LA Valley a great deal of credit for keeping this game close when they get that free shot.
Isaac Davis has all 5 points in the second half thus far for the Knights. He's got it now. trying to cross over on Knox. Good defense and foot movement. Here's Huntsberry in the lane. Good help defense, steps out for 2. He's in double figures with 10. We're tied up at 47. Back and forth game. We expected this type of flow. As Knox looking for someone to go to. Man-to-man defense. Good denial down low by Hovas. Crossover, Knox from 17. Counting. He's got 4 in the second half, 6 in the game. Huntsberry, he gets to the free throw line. Drives, dishes. Carter, skip pass. Huntsberry, knifing in the lane, has it taken away. Almost stolen 2 times, 3 times, and here's Martins. Martins kick out, a 3, Knox short. Didn't follow his shot, rebound by Carter. Here's Hovas, down low, legend stuffs it. And it is now 49-49. San Diego City timeout as Huntsberry, injured, slow to come off the floor. 5 minutes have gone by and we're tied. Here at Monarch Basketball on SportsNetUSA.net, the CCCAA playoffs.
Well, we talked about maybe the possibility for turnovers in this game might be the outcome. Corey, so far when you look in this game, San Diego City's only got 6 turnovers. LA Valley comes away with a miraculous 4. They have played clean basketball tonight with the ball. That's why they're tied up at 49 right now. They're not giving the ball up when you think about it on the floor. And points off of turnovers, Ryan, they both have 7. So it's been a really good played basketball game by both teams. This is championship level basketball. I don't care if you're talking D1, D2, D3, or NAIA. This is the type of basketball you want to see anytime on the floor here on sports@usa.net.
Out of the timeout, LA Valley with the ball with C.J. Sears now. McIntyre, Knox, Cooper, and Chimrenko back in. Man-to-man defense, Cisse at the point. Here's Chimrenko. McIntyre, deep 3 by the lanky guy. That's off. Uriri with the rebound. Not sure that's a play you wanted out of the timeout. A deep 3 by McIntyre. And LA Valley forcing the Knights to slow down just a little bit. Down low. Puts it up, no good. 2 Monarchs there. And there's a strip by Davis, foul by Davis. And that's a reach in by Mr. Davis. Wow.
That's a frustration foul, Ryan Osborn, by Mr. Davis out there. He gets blocked. He takes his shot back up instead of kicking it out.
And here's a token full court pressure applied by the Knights. With 14:16 to play, Micah Cooper with the ball. First team all-conference with 18. Here's C.J. Sears out of Bishop Alamany. Cooper. Knox behind the back dribble. Viewpoint High School player from the sweet spot. In and out. Stays out. Rebound tipped by Chimrenko. McIntyre should go back up. He does. He misses. Rebound Cisse. Carter. Front court. Puts it up. No good. McIntyre with the rebound. The Knights want a foul, but that's a good no call. Here's Sears. Gets bumped off glass. You got to convert on both sides, guys. And both these guys and teams are missing easy chippies.
Well, I got to ask you, too. Is it because they're looking for that body and hoping for the call?
Yes. Good work down low. Davis muscles up.
Somebody from the Davis family is listening to sports@usa.net.
He's got 10. Down low, McIntyre misses an easy bucket. 51-49, Knights trying to extend their 2-point lead, and that's going to be the difference in this game, guys. Missed layups. Double high screen. That looked like UCLA right there. Here's Davis working again in the lane. Kicks out to Carter. Carter down low to Hovas. Knox, a good defensive player, working on Hovas, and there is a good acting job. We are in LA. As every time there's a bump, you're taught now to put your head back, even though it's not a foul. And we had a good discussion about ethical behavior in sports. We talked about the Houston Astros cheating.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, Corey, the other thing is, too, they've been playing it where they're not giving these bumps, and then all of a sudden you get a play like that. I mean, I'm going to go back to the officials, too. Guys, you're not calling it in the middle of the court. Why call it there? Let them play asphalt basketball.
Riri on the inbound for three. That's in and out. He's had a tough shooting night. Cisse keeps it alive. 53-49, 53-49, 12:29 to play. And here's Johnny Coleman, set the second back in the ball game, and here's Greg Chu Jr. McIntyre, Knox, and Cooper, the other five on the floor, or the other three on the floor, excuse me, with 10 seconds to shoot. Coleman the second puts it up, no, gets out to Cooper for three, top of the key, off right. Rebound, the taller man gets it, and here is the Knights. And they slow it up. They know every possession is going to count from here on in, so they're slowing up and they want a good shot each and every time. 1-3 run employed. No, they're going to stay in the man-to-man. Carter working on Coleman. 4-point lead with the ball. Huntsberry now. Glad the young man is okay as he was shaken up earlier. He drives, dishes to Ariri. He's got his first three of the game. His first bucket of the game. And a 7-point lead.
Ryan, work down that shot clock, and hopefully you can win this game.
And it's a complex strategy and a complex coaching style. And there's Greg Chu with a complex miss. 56-49. And again, this is the, would you say, brilliance of Mitch Charlins, and these young coaches we see in the CCCAA with 11:08 to play. They take a timeout with 7 minutes to play. You're up by 7. You've got momentum. But you call a timeout because
he looked at you. I'm going to ask you.
Because you want to make sure you get a good bucket. You want to extend this lead. Your biggest lead of the game was 9. Right now you're at 7. You hit another 3, that's 10. You're taking control halfway through the second half.
Well, and I think you take this timeout now, too, because you do have control. You don't want your team to all of a sudden go back into half. Ryan, worst thing you can do is turn over the ball 2 or 3 times in a row and give up 6 points.
And I think you have to go back to earlier in this ball game, about halfway through the first half, in which Mitch Charlins and his squad, they call a timeout when they have momentum, and what happens? They turn the ball over immediately. And now you have a chance to rectify that.
Hey, Corey, I've got to ask you again, because you thought LA Valley was going to go back in that zone. That zone worked in the last 4 minutes of the first half. You're going to say, no, you just gave me the no head shake. They can't see you. You're saying, no, it didn't work?
No, it did work, but you only go to that zone. You'll probably go to a zone now because of man-to-man, but your base defense is a man-to-man. You go to your zone when that man-to-man's not working or they're doing something to exploit it. So you go to the zone, then you go back to the man-to-man.
So LA Valley should go to the zone, then go back maybe just to take whatever rhythm out of San Diego City?
Yeah, get back into the game. 56-49, 11 minutes to play. Hovas will inbound with Davis, Ariri, who got his first bucket of the game, Carter, and Cisse, number 23. And here's that 2-3 with Coleman the second, Cooper, Martins, Chirinko, and Chu. So if you want to call it a 2-3, you want to call it a 2-1-2, they're matching up out of it each time. A 2 by Davis. The young man is playing. He's got 12, 58-49, and they got a good shot of the timeout. And that's what you were talking about earlier. You only take the shot when you have it. All his shots have not been forced.
Yeah.
Here's Chu looking. Knights want to watch the back door. LA Valley wants to get to the back door, get 2. Here's Micah Cooper down low, tipped out of there. They're going to get Cisse for a foul. Coach Virgil Watson on his left side teaching. 13 seasons at LA Valley. Spent time at Pasadena, Ventura when they were the state champs, Palomar, Contra Costa, also part of the Cal State University Northridge coaching staff. Another 5-footer is missed. And here's a rebound and outlet and push. No outlet, just a push. And that's one of the things about the Knights that you see. Every person who gets the rebound who can push up the floor. Hovas controlling tempo, working on Martins, Defensive Player of the Year. He gets in the lane, dumps down low. Cisse with the reverse, and it crawls home. Hovas, 19 points in the first half, 19 points still in the second half, but an important assist and the biggest lead of the game at 11. 60-49, Shimrenko working on the left side. Coleman the second. He's working against Carter. He gets in the lane, gets bumped, no foul called. Cisse with the rebound, and I like the physical play. They're letting him go.
Yeah, I do too.
The officials for tonight's ball game, Eddie Shannon, Ted Tobias, and Ronald Warren. Alley-oop, and alley down. And that's why the young man passes. It was an underhanded alley-oop with 9:15 to play. Pressure in the backcourt, LA Valley retains. 62-49 is your score.
What I think is even better about that play is that when he grabs that rebound on the other end, he tells everyone else, no, slow it up. I'm going to get to half court so that way we can slow down our offense before Mitch Charlins had a chance to tell him what to do.
And that's what you have, a smart guy out there, and that's good guard play in playoff situations. So most of the time is whether you win or lose. Right now, good guard play by the Knights. Knox, Chu. They want to try to work it down low in the lane after the bump. Misses and Cisse. And they're going to stay on the ground, and they get a hold by Drew Cisse.
And you just hear the coaching staff for San Diego City, Corey, even on that play going, don't panic. If you can't get someplace, that's okay. Let them get the rebound.
8:54 to play. 2 team fouls for LA Valley, 4 for San Diego City. LA Valley finished the regular season ranked 5. San Diego City finished the regular season ranked 19th. And have we down on the inbounds, there's a foul again on a reach in. And they're going to get Isaac Davis. Dude, we really see, and we watched a lot of community college basketball this season, 19 teams that much better or better than San Diego City that we've seen?
No, well, I didn't see them.
Martins, Cooper. Knox is at his range. No, it's short. Rebound by Martins, has it poked away and stolen by Uriri. And here they are. We saw them last game against Fullerton and LA Southwest, pushing the ball every single opportunity. Every single time they pushed and forced the issue. Here, they're taking a more controlled approach. Hovas spins in the lane. That's offensive to me, but they're going to get a holding foul on Micah Cooper.
Well, and Ryan, I'm going to go back to you. One of the reasons I slow it down is LA Valley can knock down from the free throw line. I don't want to get in going to the free throw line against LA Valley. That's how they stayed and pulled away in their last game.
And it's, again, going back to what we were talking about during the pregame, another way that San Diego City can control the tempo, control the pace. They can dictate what LA Valley can do offensively by themselves slowing it down.
You know, the thing, Corey, that I find very interesting, if the race is there, San Diego City takes it. But if it's not there immediately, you see who's ever handling the ball this time stop it and go back to that shot clock pace.
That's the sign of a smart team. Inbound to Hovas near midcourt, in between the circles. He's working on Martins. Uriri looking for his second three. No. 62-49. Coleman. And both these teams, and Mark always wants to see defense. You're seeing good defensive play by both teams tonight. Jonas Holt checked in for Micah Cooper. Knox, who missed that last three straight away, to Coleman the second, the team's leading assist man. They're packing everything in, so Knox takes the three and in and out. They're just not getting the bounce, and last touched by Carter.
And when you think about it right now, Corey, one of the ways San Diego City beat Fullerton last week is they won the battle of the board. Right now, they've got 9 more rebounds. than LA Valley as we come to a timeout. LA Valley takes a timeout. It's San Diego City 62, the Monarchs 49 here on Sportsnet USA.net. Well, we talk about taking control, and when you take control, the best way to do it is to go down to Miller Toyota of Anaheim and say, hey, this is a car that I really want. I want the best deal you can get. And that's what they do for you. Hey, my car's not looking too good. They'll make it look better. Or, you know what? I can't afford, but if you could get me a deal on this used car, well, there's no better place to go than Miller Toyota of Anaheim. So next time you're at Euclid and the 91, pull on in to Miller and say, hey, Corey, Ryan, Gabby, Mark, or even Ed Ford sent you over, and take a look at a brand new or a used Toyota from Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Miller Toyota of Anaheim is a proud sponsor of community college sports, high school sports, but most of all, education. That's Miller Toyota of Anaheim.
13 percentage points down from the regular season is LA Valley shooting a three. 23% tonight, and there's almost a steal. Martins chases it down. 36% on the season. Greg Chu, kick out. Coleman doesn't like it underneath the Knox. Missed. Chu with the follow. And again, another miss. He leads the team in scoring tonight with 14. Now the half-court pressure is being applied. They know they got to get there. 62-51 is your score. Cross-court pass is stolen. Here's Knox in the air. And that's a bad pass as he got in the air and had nowhere to go. Rearing over two players and rims in.
And Corey, that goes back to that pass by Knox you were just mentioning. He had time to slow it down. He had the opportunity to get back-to-back buckets and a defensive stop. Instead, he decides to toss it over to the opposite side of the floor and turn the ball over.
Yeah, and he hit his player, Jonas Holt, in the back. I mean, John Martins was there, but hit his other player in the back, and that's a turnover. And when you're trying to get back into a ball game and you're not shooting threes well, that can't happen. Especially when the team you're playing shoots 75% from the free throw line. 65-51, 14-point lead for the Knights. Knox pulls up from 12. No. Martins back to Knox, takes a three from 18. That's good. Make that 21. That's good. And he's got 6. 11-point lead for the Knights. 6:41 to play in the game. Little man working on big man. Gets in the lane, kick out. Little man working on little man. Back out to Hovas. Little man takes big man. Say, yep. 68-54. There's your player of the game right now. He's got 15. Chu with 6'10". Knox off. Rebound. Coleman the second. Coleman only averages 6 points a game. He puts it up right-handed and scores. Quick timeout taken with 5:57 to play in the game. A 12-point lead for the Knights.
I'm going to go back to both of you. Ryan, you talked about San Diego City slowing down the pace out here because there's only 5:57. Let's just round it off, make it 6 minutes to go. But, guys, I got to ask both of you. I mean, your pace is phonetic, and that's why you're scoring. Ryan says slow it down, make it more of a walking pace. You say slow it down, but you've been winning this game.
You've been winning this game by playing smart. You've been winning the game. When they were frenetic, they were down. When they started getting out of control, they were down. They were trying to push everything. LA Valley was ready for it. So they played a more controlled tempo, let their ball handling skills work against bigger players and exploit those mismatches. You're pushing, yes. You're pushing now. But it's not a slow-down game. It's a controlled game that they're having. There's a controlled game that he's mentioning.
Well, and I think when you talk about that, Corey, anytime San Diego City has had the opportunity to control from the half-court line on, they've had a lot of success. You saw just moments ago that three. He essentially dared the defense to come up and guard him. He stopped, he looked, he shot faked, and then he said, you know what, if you're not going to step out here, I'm just going to take it. Even though we've still got 12 seconds on the shot clock, I can take it from here because I'm controlling what's happening on the floor right now, even though I'm not taking it to the rim.
And that difference is LA Valley wants to get to the rim and score. San Diego City shooting 43% from three. LA Valley 26. So they're converting from the three-point line. And like you said, if you give it to me, I'm going to take it. Full court pressure applied by the Monarchs. Easily broken by the Knights. And they bring it back to Hovas. Uriri, they bring it back out. And that's a smart play. They don't want to get out of control. That's what LA Valley and the Knights on the opposite side want out of teams. Legend champs, he takes a three. Why? And he misses right. Knox, Cooper, Sears, Martins, and Chu, the five on the floor for the Monarchs. Here's Chu, go baseline. And just runs over somebody. Victor Uriri let the baseline be that other defender, and he got ran over.
And you look at LA Valley, Corey, you brought it up. LA Valley now shooting 34% for the entire game. And guys, I'm going to go back, not to say anything bad about LA Valley, but Corey, you think they would at least be shooting 50% if they made those layups when they've been right underneath the basket.
If they make the layups, the game's is tied, because we've seen them miss 7.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one of those things that they got to get up there. Uriri, full court pressure. Up top, they got 2 seconds to get it across. 1 second, they do. Here's Cisse, slams it home. 70-56. Smart play by the Knights is making LA Valley work now in their offensive set. 5 minutes to play. Winner of this game gets to the 8. Here's Martin. Martin's to Knox. And he gets a James Harden three and promptly misses that. And last touch they're going to say by the Knights. So they get a second chance opportunity, but the shot clock remains at 7.
And if you're LA Valley right now, it's not time to panic. You're down by 14. Don't start hoisting up three-point shots. You're saying it is time to panic with 4:45 to go?
Not time to panic, but it's time to start shooting threes and making them. Here's Cooper for 3. On cue.
You called it, he made it.
70-59. Here's Hovas, 4:35 to play. Middle of the floor, far side of the floor. Here's Carter, down low. Uriri in the lane, gets blocked, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it up, and harm.
And Corey, what gives him that basket is the fact that he never puts the ball back down on the floor. He keeps that ball shoulder height and above and powers it back up to the rim.
And again, the difference in the game, making the buckets underneath. You missed the first shot, but you quick off your feet, and you get the second opportunity, and you get fouled. Looking for his 9th point. And clanked the free throw, so it stays at 13-point lead for the Knights. Here's Cooper trying to get a foul called. Knox hasn't hit his last 3 buckets. In the key, down low. Martins gets it blocked up top by Hovas. Coleman in the corner. Cooper hit the last 3, takes the 2 and long. Here's a rebound, loose ball, foul by Coleman the second. Coleman was honorable mention in the Western State Conference. Drew Cisse is going to the line.
And I'm going to go back to, and Corey, I've got to ask you honestly about this one, this free throw. I know I teased and I said, Ryan, you heard me too. I'd love to see my point guard shoot more often. And then we saw in the second half, Corey, that point guard not only distributed the ball, but started lighting it up point-wise for the San Diego team.
Here's Knox, a deep 3 attempt, and it's good. So he's got 12 points. It is 72-62 with under 4 to play. There's an offensive foul. And you're going to call the foul because he did push off. Yeah. So 17 fouls for the Valley, 16 fouls for the City, 10-point lead for the City, as Darian Norwood will check in. He's got 3 points. Out comes Isaac Davis, who's had a fantastic second half of play. 3:50 to be exact. as the LA Valley crowd is getting a little anxious. Sprinkled in there some red from San Diego City. Martins will inbound with Chu, Knox, Cooper, and Coleman. Inbound to Chu. At the three-point line to Martin. Coleman, he's not going to take that shot. He's not one of those guys who are going to shoot. Here's Chu, liked it. He drives the lane, puts it up. Player control foul as Hovas takes one in the chest. Player control foul does not result in free throws, so it's still a 10-point lead. And the Knights will have the ball.
Hey, just to throw this in, Riverside's up by 10 over Santa Monica. As we get ready, as we get a timeout on the floor. Some of the other scores to look at before we take off here. Columbia, they're down by 1 against Santa Rosa. The Redwood, they're getting destroyed by San Francisco, guys. It's San Francisco 89. Redwoods 43. Yuba up by 2. That's with 6 minutes to go in the second half. Santiago Canyon, they look like they're going to move up. They're over Cerritos 74-55. That's 6 minutes to go in that game. Allen Hancock down by 4 at East LA. 9 minutes left in that game. And those are some of the other scores around the CCCAA.
We'll just need one from now on.
USA.net.
Just one from now on.
Yeah, Corey can't read, so just give us one. That's okay.
No, I like them.
Well,
I like these.
Well, I can use them too, you know. I do use them.
Oh, sure, okay. That's fine. And you know what? We've been treated so nice over here at LA Valley.
You want to thank Brian for all he's doing for Corey Neyland?
Brian and Jim, thank you very much, guys. We've had a ball here. We got here a little bit early, just so we could not panic as much as we usually panic. But it's been a nice atmosphere, nice crowd, and good facilities here. We called softball here last year for LA Valley. They played, what was it, Oxnard in that game.
Yeah, Ryan and I were here 4 years ago for the women in the playoff.
That was LA Valley and Santa Ana.
Yeah, we called that game, Ryan Osborn and myself. You probably could have come with us, but you know, probably taking a nap. Yeah, you didn't want to. You're getting old. We get you out. We can pull you out of the closet once in a while, let you do one game.
Out of the timeout.
Nothing new with me not being heard when you're out the board.
Last touch by Hovas with the pressure by Cooper, so it's a 10-point lead.
So Cooper gets his right hand on the ball, smacks it off the knee of Hovas, and that's what sends it out of bounds.
So they're down by 10, box on the end. Coleman the trigger. There's Chu. Turns, faces, Martins, no three. Corner three by Knox, long. Rebound up high. Knox gets his own rebound, gets fouled, and head to the line.
And Corey, in that situation, would you rather have Knox go up towards the basket rather than kind of fade away as he did?
What you want of him is always to go towards the basket. Whenever you're playing, whenever you're coaching, you're saying always go to the basket. That creates the best opportunity for you to get points. As Micah Cooper, again, is on the ground. This time, he's holding his leg. So Virgil Watson, his head coach, heads over and checks on the young man with 3:28 to play. 72-62 is your score. And this has been one of those games where San Diego is shooting 49% for the game.
Yeah, 29 of 59 from the floor, and then you look at LA Valley, 22 of 64 from the floor for 34. Three-point country, Corey, it's been, well, I don't know, it's even. I mean, 10 of 24 and 7 of 23. You say, no, that's not even?
That is definitely not even. 7 of 23, that's not how you normally shoot it. That's only 30%. You're not going to get 30%. That's the extra 6%. That's 3 buckets. That's 9 points. So, yeah, that's a big difference as Micah Cooper is up. Can only put pressure on that left leg. Let's hope that young man is okay. Been a key cog in their season.
Both these teams have 36 rebounds in this game when you think about it, and they're 25-21 defensively on the board. Only a couple block shots, 6 steals for LA Valley, 4 for San Diego. And when you look at the bench, it's been San Diego City's bench with 26 compared to LA Valley with 14.
So 4 of 7 free.
Don't need stats. Come on.
4 of 7 free throws. I didn't say don't need, I said don't read them. 4 of 7 free throws. Is that bad?
4 of 7?
Yes. You've only missed 3. 4 of 7.
For me, yeah. 4 of 7, yeah.
So 57%, that's bad.
Yeah. 4 of 7. He's 4 of 7. You're not getting to the charity stripe, so every one counts even more.
But you've only missed 3.
Okay. 57%. That's what you're shooting.
Okay. 72 to 64.
You know my
3:20
standards.
remains.
Come on, man.
So body chuck at half court. Cody Knox on Dominic Hovas.
Here's my statement to you. Supposedly, you're using stats tonight, which is a rarity.
I
So
always use stats.
Yeah, sure. You make up your stats. LA Valley, 86% from the charity stripe.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
they
you should be shooting.
But they missed 3. That's bad. Here's the first free throw by Hovas, who misses. Now they're 4 of 8 from the line.
LA Valley has missed 2. They're 13 and 15. Stats. You can't even read a number.
And there's a steal. Ariri all the way. Knocked out of there by Knox. Great defensive play by Cody. And here's Greg Chu down on the left side. Reverse layup connects. And it's getting tight, 72 to 66.
That was a great block down at this end. The San Diego coaches didn't like it, but it was a beautiful block.
Carter, Davis, Hovas, Cisse, Ariri, all on the floor for the Knights. Davis drives, cut off. Brings it out to Carter. Carter working that far side. Up by 6, 2:30 to play. Carter in the lane, reach in, poked away. Davis thought about the 3. Foul on the 3. You heard the slap from here. Martins on the hand to Ariri. Now, here is where the free throws are more important, in my opinion. You're still up by 6. If you make 1 of 3, that ain't good.
I'm still going to disagree with you. They're 4 of 8 from the charity stripe. Anytime you're given a free opportunity, you should knock it down. 13 of 15 from the floor, LA Valley, 4 of 8. If you lose this game by missing them, I don't care if you go 6 times. You should have gotten 1 of those 6 shots.
They were 4 of 7. They made 4 of those 6 shots.
They're
now,
4 of 9 now.
Now they're 4 of 9. Now it's getting to the area that's not good. Now they're 5 of 10.
I know you and I'll never disagree on what's right with free throws.
And he makes 2 of 3. And that's what matters. 74 to 66, 2:28 to play. Coleman, Knox, Chu, Martins, and Sears on the floor for Valley. 8-point deficit. Almost stolen, not Coleman retains. Coleman has not taken a 3 yet tonight. He's in the lane with 6 points. Martin doesn't like the 3. Jump pass to Sears. Good defense by the Knights and connects by Sears. His first bucket. 74-68. Almost a turnover and over and back, and it is a turnover. And here's Valley the other way. Martins drives the lane. Kick out to Knox, back to Martins. Backdoor pass. Up, foul. Ooh. C-Safe with 4. 6-point lead for the city. That's 5 for C-Safe, so he's disqualified. 1:49 to play. Things getting interesting.
Ryan Osborn, you look at this game right now. Of course, you hear what Corey Neyland and I discussing the free throw line, but I gotta you're the swing vote on this. I mean, you missed 4 free throws. It's okay as far as Corey's concerned.
Absolutely not. I'm with you, Mark.
Wait.
Throws, it's free points.
Get the premise correct. I said 4 of 7. That was fine. No problem with that.
They're now 6 of 11.
That's not fine. 74 to 68, 1:49 to play.
Well, he made 2. I heard you say that's okay.
2 of 3 is good, and there's a missed free throw.
13 of 16 now.
Is that good or bad?
From your standards, 87%?
No, from your standards.
Yeah, I think 87% is
Yeah,
good.
but you got to make every single one down here. 1 of 2 is not good enough. 74 to 69. Timeout on the floor with 1:49 to play. We're in the Valley, y'all, and we're having fun because we're watching excellent basketball.
We are.
On SportsNetUSA.net. And we argue because we love the differing views. We argue because we want versatility and variety. We don't want everybody staying the same.
And I got to ask you two guys, and I really mean this, because I always find this, okay, Ryan, you follow a sport that you have to win at least a series. We follow other sports. Softball, you have to win a series. Basketball, it's one and done. You go to the big tournament, it's one and done. And I sort of feel bad because at the end of this game, it could be somebody winning this 74 to 73. So I got to ask you guys, would you ever like to see this change where
No.
it's 2 out of 3?
No.
Not at all.
That's why
It forces you to play your best game at all times.
Yes, it does. And this and playoff hockey is the 2 best sporting events in athletics.
This and playoff hockey?
This and playoff hockey.
I heard what he said. This and playoff hockey.
Yes.
You want to pot him down for me? Why do you take playoff hockey?
Because regular hockey is okay. It's exciting, but it's nothing like playoff hockey.
Oh, you're talking about the playoffs.
Yeah, playoff hockey.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm talking about
What other playoffs are there?
you know.
74-69 is your score. 150 to play. And we're having fun in the Valley. 149 to play. Mitch Charlins got his team playing well. Virgil Watson got his team playing well. 2 excellent coaches in the vein of Jerry Tarkanian, Don Johnson, Bill Brummel. And that's what we have here. Quality coaching and quality play as Ariri's in the front court. Hesitation dribble. Drives the lane, double team. Davis up top. 19 to shoot. Knox putting pressure in his defensive squad as Davis goes left. Defensive stance, excuse me. Now to the right side. Want to try to go back to his left. He does. Pulls up from 15. That's going to be short, and the rebound is Coleman the second. Here's Sears. Coleman. Martins. Shoes had an outstanding game leading the team in scoring. Martins does not going to take that 3. He spins in the lane, puts it up. Another miss going away from the bucket. And then stolen by Chu underneath, slams it home, and it's a 3-point game. In the front court, Davis, they don't want the timeout. They want to bring it back out. Double teamed up top. Carter now. Almost a foul by Sears. 42 seconds to play, 13 on the shot clock. High screen set by Hovas. Here's your star player. All-conference performer against all-conference performer. Gets into the lane. Kick out. 3. No. Rebound. Tip. Martins has it. 26 seconds to play. 74-71. Coleman the second. Playing for a shot. Playing for the tie. They want a timeout. They get a timeout with 15.5 seconds to play. Whew. Get a little warm. SportsNetUSA.net proud to present Monarch basketball and the CCCAA playoffs on SportsNetUSA.net.
Well, guys, we talked about it before this game on the write-up. We said this should be an exciting basketball game. Ryan Osborn, you thought it was going to be good. Corey Neyland, is this game as good as we thought it was, guys? I mean, I'm just sitting here wanting to say, let's go to overtime. I could use another 10 minutes of basketball.
You know, how many times have I said this, guys, in the years you've known me? I wouldn't mind overtime.
I can't remember once.
Well, I wouldn't mind overtime. 74-71.
The last time you said that, we were up north in Sacramento.
That was a football game, wasn't it?
That was a football game.
You know. But this has been, you know, and this is where, that's why I asked you guys about the tournament. I mean, whoever loses this game tonight, personally, I don't know anybody, I'm going to feel bad for the losers.
Yeah?
You know? I mean, it's, and
That's
Corey,
life.
if it's LA Valley, it's 6 missed layups.
And if it's San Diego City, it's 6 missed free throws.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I think both teams have played well. 10 turnovers for the city. 6 turnovers for the Valley. 37 rebounds for City, 40 rebounds for Valley. 82% from the line, 30% from 3, 37% from the field, 46%, 40, and 54. It's all evening out.
Yeah, it is.
And that's what we saw in the pregame when we were prepping. It was all evening out. Chu on the inbound. Drives the lane, puts it up. No good. Rebound tip. He gets his own rebound, puts it up, and in. 1-point lead. The clock never started. The clock never started, and at least 8 seconds went off the clock, in my opinion.
And only 0.3 went off the clock officially. So now the officials are going to confer right next to the scorer's table.
I think you give it 7 seconds. You put it at 8.5. They'll probably blow 10.5. And then you foul with 8.2. So let's do this in our mind.
Timeout taken by the Monarchs.
Yeah, I give them about 9.
They've got it at 8.2.
Okay, 8.2
And you
is
did
fair.
say
Yeah.
8.2. It was sort of funny. You said 8.2, and that's what it went to. And then Corey goes, let's count. That just shows you that's how he took tests, too. I'm going to throw a C.
Wait, no. Here's how I take tests. I would have got 8.2 and left. So, yes, I got my A. I'm done.
So, okay, now, you said, and I'm throwing it out quickly to both of you before the play starts. Do you foul immediately when the ball
Yes,
comes
yeah.
in?
Yep, absolutely.
Got to. There's no there's no reason to let the clock go.
You foul immediately, you send them to the line. Let's say they make both free throws. Now you're down by just 1 shot.
Yeah, because you got no timeouts left, so you have to foul quickly. San Diego City, you know you're going to get fouled, so you're going to have to go to the free throw line with utmost confidence that you're going to drill 2 because you're going to get 2.
Well, that's the Monarchs have no timeout. LA
Yeah,
Valley.
yeah, the Monarchs have no timeouts. So
San
that's why
Diego City's got 2.
Yeah, so that's why the Monarchs have to foul immediately. You got no timeouts because the Knights are going to get 2 free throws, and they have to go to the free throw line with confidence. They're going to nail both.
Yeah.
San Diego City has some room. If there's pressure, they can get a timeout taken and try again. What you don't want if you're the Monarchs is to have a deep pass down the court because you're not going up for that layup because there's no need. Hovas to inbound. He gets it into Carter, and he's fouled quickly as the second goes off.
Charge the foul.
That was one long second.
It was one very long second.
Personal foul.
That was like a second in your driveway when you're shooting. 5, 4, 3. I lose the handle. 2.5. 2 2/4. 2.
Missed the shot. Back to 1.4.
1.9. Carter calmly.
Monarch substitution.
75 to 73. So Chimrinko, McIntyre, Chu, Coleman, Knox. The 3-point brigade for LA Valley.
Corey and I are getting blocked out by the team and the coaches.
No, more importantly, Ryan was getting blocked out. Second free throw miss. Here's Chu. Poked away to Coleman. Down by 2. With 3. With 2. Lays it up and lays it in with 0.8 seconds. And that's the game. Now, excuse me, that's the regulation.
Overtime.
That's regulation. And it's 75 to 75. Sorry, I was about to say game. That's the end of regulation. Set tied up at 75, and we're hitting overtime. Oh, my goodness.
I guess I got my wish, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
I tell you what, if you got a wish right now, you're feeling excited. Well, there's no better thing to do than to say, you know what? As soon as this game's ends, I'm heading down to Miller Toyota of Anaheim. I'm going to pick out that Toyota I want. I'm going to take the LA Valley colors because that's who won tonight. Maybe a little San Diego City colors because that's who won tonight. Whatever color you pick, it's going to be the right car at the right price from Miller Toyota. So Euclid in the 91, Miller Toyota of Anaheim is a proud sponsor of high school sports, community college sports, but most of all education. Guys, how exciting is this? We all came up here and said, please give us a good game. Ryan Osborn, I don't know. At the end of this, did you sort of hold your breath and go, please make the layup?
Absolutely. And here's the thing: San Diego City twice in this ball game made it look like it was going to be a blowout.
Yeah.
In the first half, they were up by 9. Here in the second half, they were up by 13 at one point. LA Valley chipped away. And that's the thing, Corey, you talked about them taking the threes at the time that they needed to. They started taking threes with 2:57 on the clock. Not with 1:30 left, not with 5 minutes left, but just the perfect amount of time that it gave them an opportunity to still work with the time that they had left.
No, neither team is panicked. Neither team is giving in. Both teams are playing excellent basketball, and it's a treat for us. Champs, I keep wanting to call them champs. Stamps will jump for San Diego. Hovas, number 22. 3 is Davis, 1 is Arire, and 5 is Carter. They're doing this without Huntsberry, who's injured. Tip controlled by the Knights. Chu, 20 in white. 4 is Knox. 10 is Coleman. 23 is Martins, and 14 is Chimrenko. Stamps. Carter. 75-75. Carter, no. Rebound. Chimrenko. Here's Coleman. He's got 4. Dish. Martins. Foul by Hovas. No. They call Hovas said all ball.
Yeah, but this is the game too, Corey, that right now in overtime, if you're a referee, you don't want anybody thinking you determined the outcome.
End of regulation. Hovas scored 19 in the first half, held scoreless in the second half. He still leads. 15 in the second half for Isaac Davis. 20 points, 11 rebounds. That big double-double by Greg Chu Jr. leading the way for the Monarchs. Double team out to Iruri. Hovas has really got to take over, and Davis take over here. Without Huntsberry, they're working on his hand, see if he can try to come back. High screen set. Davis uses it, gets to the left block. Raises, no. Rebound, second chance opportunity. On the ground, Martins has it. He has it and calls a timeout, and that's their only timeout of overtime, and they use it here with 3:59 to play.
Yeah, but I like the play. You're going to go and get the ball. If you can get that first score in overtime, there's that psychological thing that I'm chasing you the rest of these 4 minutes in the overtime of this game. Guys, go ahead, Corey.
Largest lead of the game, 14 by San Diego, 5 by LA Valley. And that largest lead was 14 points with 7 minutes remaining in the second half.
You know, and the thing that's interesting, guys, we talked about it, and I know it has nothing to do with the outcome, but we talked about San Diego slowing their game down to a more steady pace. And sometimes you wonder if that quicker pace has been working. And Corey's going to take me out of it. He's going to say, Mark, don't do it.
No, there's absolutely no, I don't think so. That slow pace got them that 14-point lead. That slow pace got them to where they wanted to go. They sped up. LA Valley kept chipping away. And I don't know if it would have mattered if they kept up that pace.
Isaac's got 15 points. You look at out there, Kai Huntsberry with 10 points that's on the floor. Dominique with 9 points that's on the floor. 3 players for maybe both teams are the prolific scorers that are out there on the floor now here in overtime.
In this game, definitely.
Yeah.
So same 10 on the floor for both squads to start at this extra period. What do you guys like? Extra period, extra stanza, extra frame?
Extra frame.
Okay, extra frame.
I'd like extra tomato, please.
.351 to play, and Coleman got away with a little stumble. Okay, a big stumble. 1-4 set. High screen, Knox. Here's Coleman again off the side of the backboard, and there's a loose ball foul, and they're going to get Martins 23 from behind. And that'll send them to the free throw line with 3:37 to play. And let's reiterate the outstanding job these officials have done tonight.
Yeah, they have. They've let them play the game, Corey. It's been very physical. Have there been fouls that we've seen that didn't get called? Yeah, but it's been against both teams, not handily one-sided against one team where you go, boy, they're getting wazooed by the officials.
Nashawn Carter from the line on the season. He shoots it at an 85% clip. That's 7 points.
So 8 of 14 now for San Diego City. Sitting there at 55% from the charity stripe. 9 of 15.
77-75, City with the lead. And now they're employing the full court pressure. With 5 minutes to play and now 3:35, you want to up the tempo for that opposite team. Coleman, who had the game-tying layup to Chimrinko. Thought about a three, wanted a three, he drives. Kick out to Martins. Martins not a three-point threat. Knox is. Hovas bodies. 3:15 with 9 to shoot. Coleman. Are you raising? He's driving. Puts it up. Got bumped. No good. Rebound. Snapped out of there. Martins has it. Chimrinko fouled and the bucket. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. It's tied at 77. And Chimrinko has a chance to put him up 1.
And if you're Hovas there, you can't afford to just try and slap your way into a block. Instead, Hovas has to take the body right to him, get a body on Chimrinko so that way he doesn't have the opportunity to sit right underneath the basket. Slapping the hand there is just going to give him an extra chance at the line.
74% free throw shooter connects. And they've got a 1-point lead.
Chimrinko's got 11 points now tonight in tonight's game.
So token pressure applied with a 1-point lead. Knox against Davis. This is an excellent matchup. High screen by Stamps. He gets to the free throw. At the left block. Whistle not blown. Good no call. Good strength by Davis. He's got 17. 79-78. Chu in the front court. Hands to Knox. Here's Chimrinko. Chu. Chimrinko thought about the three. He drives in the lane, puts it up, stolen by Davis. All ball by Isaac. And here they are in the front court, slowing it up, wants a good play. 2:14 remaining on the clock. The man with the hair has the ball. Let's see, little against big, what happens? Screen, switch. With 8. On that left side again, you can't stop him. Cross-court pass to Iriri. Pulls up. That's ugly. And here comes the rebound out to Coleman. Coleman, Chimrinko, down low. Martin's got the body, no good. There's Chu as he trips and he's fouled. Foul on Carter. 1:44 to play. Both teams now in the double bonus. So 2 free throws coming away, and that's 5 on 5. 79-78 your score.
And Corey, you know, when you talk about Davis and what he's been doing as we have another player foul out, he's had 4 fouls at the beginning of this second half and has played strong defense. You look at him, he's got 17 points, 7 assists in this game so far tonight with 4 fouls out there. He hasn't played any differently. As we now have Carter that fouled out on that one.
And Coach Virgil Watson said something to us when we talked to him earlier about his team's resiliency. Yeah. So, true.
So Nashawn Carter leaves the game, had 8 points in this game, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist were his total stats.
Chu Jr., 69% from the line, came into this game averaging 15 and 8. Tonight, he's got 21 and 12.
And again, LA Valley knocking down their free throws. Ryan Osborn, this is how they won the game last week at the charity stripe. And they make 2.
80-79. Do I have 78? Yes, I do. So 80-79 is your score.
84% from the charity stripe.
That'll
much
get it
higher
done.
than what Corey Neyland would like.
And see, now you're just lying. 1:30 85 seconds remaining. He goes to the left again as Davis. Working. High pass. Riri thought about the three. Steps up. 17-footer. Bucket. And that's a grown person shot. That's a grown person. You know what a grown person would do? Let's get that money. 81-80. 60 seconds to go. Knox drives, and it's almost stolen by Arire. Hovas has it, and I just became a fan. 52 seconds ago, they call a foul on Hovas with the reach.
And again, Corey, I've got to go back to what you said about these officials. They've called great things. They're not afraid to call a foul here with 52 seconds to go. Blatant fouls that we see, and yet they've still let the guys play. I mean, it's roughhouse basketball out there tonight.
And you can tell that was off as soon as it left Cody Knox's hands. So now with this free throw, he's got a chance to tie it up at 81. 75 is the team's average throughout the season, and it's tied. 88 is the team's average for City. 81 is your score. And the crowd mark is no more dormant. Ryan, everybody's on their feet now. 15 on the shot clock, 35 on the game. He's going left, and he does. Set by Stamps. He's going left, and he does. Spins in the lane. He's going back left. Good defense by Coleman. Here's Huntsberry back into the game. He goes left. He puts it up. No good. Ooh. That was close. With no timeouts. 18 seconds to play. Get it across half court, and here's Chu. Last shot they want. You go with 8. Coleman, you got to go now if you want to get a chance for an offensive rebound. Hasn't made a 3 or taken a 3 all game. He drove, gets it knocked away, puts it up. That's game! '83, 81 is your score. That was a fantastic basketball game. I have not had this much fun and I don't know how long. We talked about one of these teams losing is horrible. One of these teams winning is great. This is sport. I'm just happy to be here. So we're going to wrap it up now. I just want to soak in this moment because it feels good. But Coach Virgil Watson and his squad told us that they're resilient. They came to play. San Diego City, we've seen them play. We know they're resilient. We know they play hard. But this game here was a testament of community college basketball at its best. Either one of these teams is going to represent the South, the SoCal, excellent. LA Valley will represent them well in Lemoore, and let's give them good time. So they're going to finish this round with their 25th victory of the season. And San Diego City drops their 6th loss of the season. Do we want to talk to Virgil Watson if he wants to talk or no? We're going to get on out of here.
Yeah, Ryan Osborn's going to go over and try and get the coach right now, Corey Neyland. I was going to let Corey Neyland just sit there and wander. So since we're waiting to see if the coach will come over, I just want to thank the entire group of coaches this season and all the players, Corey. Like you just said, we couldn't have had a better time as Coach Watson comes on over, and we're going to have him with us. And, of course, first thing out of my mouth is he gets a couple hugs. Hey, there's nothing like winning. You get the hugs, Coach.
Congrats.
Oh, thank you very much.
Congratulations,
Thank
Coach.
you.
That
Thank
was
you.
just
I don't know how that
pleasure.
happened, but it happened. Yeah.
Well, you know, the resiliency of your team, we watched them out there, the ebbs and flows of the game that goes out there.
Yeah.
And I watched you as a coach just let your players play. in a game like that. And I've got to ask you, I'm an emotional man. How do you sit there and just let your players play the game and just watch it as it goes along?
Oh,
I was amazed by that as a head coach.
I'm going crazy on the inside, but we talk about this all the time. In practice, we put a lot of stuff in them. And if you put good stuff in them, when you squeeze them, something good comes out. They squeezed us today, and the good things started to come out. And so that's what we've been going from day one, talking about that. And you saw some of those good things come out and helped us get a victory. So.
The mindset that your team had and you had, down by 14 with 7 minutes remaining, what's that mindset and how do you overcome it again?
Because this is our destiny. We have 7 sophomores, and something great is supposed to happen. And I don't know who it's for, but it's happening for those guys right now. From day one, I knew something great was going to happen with this team. So all of a sudden, those things start to happen, and they believe it, and then they make it happen. And when we first started, I told them, I have to believe it, and then I'll see it. And I got them to believe it, and then you saw it right there.
And I got one before you go.
I'm gonna ask him one before I go, because my partner and I always argue about free throw percentage and everything else. Last week, when you won your game, you guys in the second half knocked down 13 of 16 free throws.
Yes.
Even though you got outshot, you win the game because you got. Tonight we look at your players, and they walk up there and continue to shoot at an 85 to 88% clip. So I've got to ask you, Coach, because I love those numbers. Do you guys sit there and shoot 100 free throws during practice?
We have a thing. I got it from St. Mary's, Randy Bennett, and I saw a shooting drill that he does the day before the game where you shoot like 3.5 minutes, 7 minutes straight, just free throws, no bounce, no anything. And so we do that. So we have an expectation that muscle memory will kick in when you need it, and they made those free throws tonight.
It did it tonight, didn't it? Corey, I'll let you wrap this up.
Last question for me. Coleman's the second.
Yeah.
It seems like he's not even on the floor the whole game, but he's getting 7 assists. He's getting 8 points in 2 big buckets.
Yeah.
How special is that guy for you to coach?
Well, like I said, all those guys are uniquely special. And I was telling him to stop doing that because he was getting into nowhere, and he got into nowhere, and he made something happen that last time. But, again, those sophomores, they have that refuse to lose, that toughness that I don't know if you can teach it, but they certainly got it now.
Well, Coach, good job and
all
good luck in the more. Appreciate it. Thanks for having
all right,
us.
thank you.
All
thank
the way
you
to
guys.
the end, Coach.
All
Thank
right,
you.
yeah, we're going to ride this thing out as best we can. Thank you guys very much for your help on this.
All right. Enjoy, Coach. So that's going to do it for us. That was a great game.
Yeah, it was.
So, once again, the final is 83 to 81. For Ed Ford, I hope you got us. For Ed Ford, who always gets us to do the right thing and gets us in the right places for this, we want to thank you. For Jim, for Brian, for giving us stats all game long, we want to thank you for the hospitality. For the drive up here for Gabby Neyland, for Ryan Osborn, for Mark Pavlovich, I'm Corey Neyland. This has been, well, one more time, an 83 to 81 LA Valley victory over San Diego City, excuse me.
You are excited.
I am excited. Again, 83-81 victory for the Monarchs over the Knights. You've been watching LA Valley basketball, the CCCAA playoffs on SportsNetUSA.net.